hear the phrase 2 weeks notice thrown around a lot, but it doesn't actually paint the whole picture accurately because depending on the jurisdiction that you're in, there are sometimes laws that say exactly how much notice you have to give, or not at all, for instance, in Ontario in most cases. But an added complication is that regardless of what the statute says, there's this concept of common law notice of resignation, which is all aimed at making sure you don't leave the employer in the lurch. And so you could be facing a huge range of notice obligations depending on the role that you're in. And that's why it's always a good idea to have a notice period agreed to in the contract of employment. That way you make sure that the employer isn't PO'd if you leave too soon, which means that you'll also be able to call on them for good references or helps with connections down the road. Now, of course, we always dream about just walking out in a huff sometimes, like Bridget Jones in the original movie. Now, in reality, employers aren't going to sue most employees because it's not worth their trouble. The court is going to make them set off whatever their quantified inconvenience is by whatever salary they'd have to pay you during your resignation notice period. So you really only see those cases where the employee is either an executive or they go directly to a competitor.